Flosstube number 10, quarantine week number 3. Today is Wednesday. It's getting harder and harder to know what day of the week it is and where I'm even standing. And I have a contact that is just going to bug me this whole time, but that's okay. We're gonna deal with it. I have notes, and I think we're ready for action. I have the gazpacho. He's down here. He'll probably make an appearance as usual. Let's see if he'll come up. Come on, come say hi. Say hi. Hi, everybody. He's like the happiest dog in the whole entire world because I'm home all the time. So today is going to be an extremely rambly video, and that's okay because I think that's what we need today. Rambles and entertainment. So it'll be like a mashup stitch with me rambling without the stitching. And for those who don't want rambly videos or don't like rambly videos, as always in my show notes, you have a little jump to section to where I talk about whatever I'm supposed to be talking about. So whatever interests you, you can click through, and whatever doesn't interest you, whatever interests you would be, if you like everything, just sit through. But if you don't want to listen to me ramble, then there's little show notes and you can click through and be done with it. So yeah, let's get started. I had a lot of good responses with the COVID funny. So I'm gonna start with that again, a COVID funny. We are all stuck in our homes for the most part. I'm very lucky that my husband only worked from home for 2 days, and then he got special permission to go to the office. So he is at the office, I think, with 2 other people. So it's max 3 people in the office, and they all sit like on different corners of the thing. So it is what it is. That's how they're able to do their work, and they're the most essential employees of the office. So everybody else is at home, working from home. So those are the 3 people, including him, that's at the office. Told you it was gonna be a rambly video. Here I'm rambling. So, most people don't know, I mean, some people know the dynamic between my husband and I because you guys know me in real life and have known us together. We are complete opposites, personality-wise. So basically, if I say hot, he says cold. If I say jump, he says lay down. If it's like this whole thing. So we've been, and on top of all that, our patience is like super, super short, and mine especially. I appear to be super nice and everything, but if you rub me the wrong way or I catch me on like a short fuse, then I'm not so nice sometimes. So let me give you the COVID funny of the last 2 weeks. It's not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We were at each other's throats over everything, anything. It was just not a fun weekend. So I think it was either Saturday or Sunday, don't even remember at this point. And I don't know if I've said this in my videos, but I'm not a beach person. I live on an island. I live at the beach. I love looking at it, but I don't like being in it, on it. Sand, salt water, humidity, I don't like any of it. I can sit at my balcony and be happy. I'll even go down to the beach and just kind of stay away, you know, and I'll enjoy it that way. Where opposite, my husband is a fish. A real fish. So he will just like jump in and go swimming and loves all of the elements, and he gets cabin fever really bad or house fever, and I can stitch for literally like 16 hours a day. Gosh, this contact's really bugging me. I'm gonna change it out. Whoa, that is like light years better. Oh, I'm using disposable contacts right now because I'm on my last pair of actual real contacts versus the dailies. But sometimes the dailies are a hit or miss. Like I'll put it in and it'll be a great day, or I'll put it in and like you just saw, it just will keep moving and watering and it sucks. Anyway, rambly video, back to gremlin noises. No, my husband. So I don't like the beach. He's a fish. This opposite thing, you're gonna see how this goes into. We've been together, by the way, for 7 years, married for almost 1, living together for 3, in 4 different places, 2 different countries. So we've had a lot of adjusting, but that's okay. That's normal, a normal part of relationships. So anyway, last weekend, we live on the beach. We have like a gate access that we can go to the beach. We cannot lounge there, but we can be out there walking or doing something active, or like, I guess activity wise, active. Yeah, that makes sense. For 90 minutes. So last weekend, he was like, his patience level was gone. My patience level was gone. So all he wanted to do was go to the beach. I didn't. You know, normal people, yes, I know. Normal people will say like, you can go to the beach and I'll stay in the house. That doesn't work for my husband. His thing is, and I get it, his thing is, the weekend is like the little bit of time that we get together because he works during the week, and so the weekend we spend time together. So all he wanted was for me to go to the beach and get in the water and be active out there, which I did not want to do. Comes my attitude and sometimes a little bit of ice queen-ness, where I'm really short, I spitfire, I do things that I shouldn't do. I will own it. So anyway, we did a lot of bickering. Let's get in the water, I don't want to get in the water. Let's do this, I don't want to do this. Let's do that, I don't want to do that. So his patience was done with me, and he basically told me, go do what you want to do, which, how many times have we heard that in our couples' lives? So I did what I wanted to do. I went back home. So I go back home, and he ended up to spend more time out there, but to the loophole, you have to be active. He got the paddleboard and went out in the paddleboard by himself. So I'm furious and angry about the bickering that just had occurred because I'm so over it, and I'm on the 2nd floor, and I'm checking to make sure that he's doing okay. I think I'll give you the picture here. This is a good little... That is my husband, probably talking to God and telling him, please take me. So what did I do? I took a picture. I'm kind of the paparazzi in our family. So I have collections and collections and collections of videos and pictures and stuff to document how interesting my life can be sometimes. So yeah, there you go, a little snippet of how my husband is. A little dramatic. I completely forgot to say this. So I'm coming back after I recorded everything to add this little bit in. So you guys should be watching this April 9th, Thursday. Hopefully that's when this will get uploaded. I think I told you guys my sister's wedding was canceled. It was supposed to be April 24th. Well, now she's doing a cyber wedding. So today, if you're watching today, Thursday, April 9th, my sister will be getting married in her living room and live streaming it. Whoops. So I'll definitely fill you guys in on how that went. She is walking down the hallway instead of the aisle in her dress. Gazpacho, come on, don't be rude. The person that's marrying him is going to be on one screen, and then she's live streaming on another screen. So I will be attending virtually her wedding tomorrow/today, April 9th. So send her some good luck and good vibes. And we're going to be here with all the gremlin noises watching her wedding. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so segue into COVID updates for the island. So our island has been doing weekend shutdowns. Last weekend was the first weekend shutdown, which means we have to stay indoors, like everything is closed. The only things that are open are hospitals and clinics, and that's pretty much it. So grocery stores closed, everything is closed. And it's just to prevent social gatherings and limit people out and getting together. I'm okay with it, but it's just a scary thing to think that you're kind of under this control, right? Where you're obligated to stay home. So where I've noticed a lot of places in the United States or home in San Antonio is highly suggested, here it's an obligation. If you go out during a mandated stay home, it is punishable. I'm assuming by either a fine, They may do jail, but I think it's more fine related. So the other thing that they've done is for grocery shopping to limit the amount of people. Now we go to the grocery stores depending on the initial of our last name. So in fact, today I will be trying to go to the grocery store, but my last name allows me to go today, which is Wednesday, from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's the time. So you're in theory, and this is the first time that I've done it. Last week they did it by name, but they didn't do it by time. So your last name dictated what day of the week you could go. Days. It's not just one day of the week, but days of the week that you can go. This week they took it one step further and they did time, and they said that it will be completely enforceable that you have to check your ID before going into the grocery store. So we'll see how that works. I go once a week, so just to restock on whatever is running low. And last week, grocery stores were still fine. I still have plenty of toilet paper. There's plenty of food. There's still limits. We're still doing okay. As far as my work goes, my work is trying to switch over to teletherapy, and I think I said that almost 2 weeks ago. That's been slow going, and then I also have another wrench into the mix where my work visa will be expiring on the 17th, and because of that expiration, I don't know if I'll be able to continue working or if I will be on hold until all of this kind of lightens up a little bit and offices are up and running so that I can submit my paperwork again. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's going. I've been cooking, I've been stitching a lot. I've been watching a lot of Flosstube, I've been watching a lot of TV, I've been doing Netflix. I tried Tiger King again and it's just not, nope. That one's too much for me. I got through the first episode and I wasn't hooked, and I didn't have the patience to continue with it. I think that I'm enjoying more the recaps from the memes that I'm seeing on Facebook and Instagram versus the actual, like, it's just too much for me. And the other cool thing that I've been doing a lot, especially this last week, within this last week, is the cyber stitching. So a lot of people are kind of getting together and doing Zoom calls, so I've been invited to a couple of those, I think like 3, and those have been interesting. We see a lot of people on Instagram and like we talk to them and we message all the time, but to see them on camera and like off your TV screen into like a camera in real-ish life has been super interesting, super fun, and a really cool way to get through this. I mean, the days that I have like a Zoom call or a cyber stitching party or whatever, my day goes by a lot quicker and I'm more tired. But I really don't do much stitching. I do more talking in the cyber stuff. So, but again, it's been a lot of fun. So if you haven't participated in something like that, let me know and maybe we can start one up because I'm totally down. And so that's pretty much it for like the COVID update. I've also been doing a lot of baking. So I've gone through, and some cooking. I hate the kitchen. I don't like cooking. I do enjoy baking more, but I don't like cooking. But I've practiced a couple of recipes here and there, and last night I did some carrot cake cupcakes, but that's okay. That's the learning process. You try a recipe and then you tweak it to make it better. So the first round of the carrot cake cupcake, no good. No good. Okay, now on to stitching. I have a finish buried under here. So I have finished the Plague Doctor. So this is the Plague Doctor all ironed out. The chart is from Etsy, BuzzBeeDesigns, and I did all black. It took me 3 skeins of 310 DMC, so the black, and then this is stitched on 32 count linen by Picture This Plus, who now I think is transitioning over to the name The Hanging Thread, and this is an eighth of fabric, and the color is Spice, so it has like this dark brown. I did not stitch, so it came with like a, hold on, let me switch it had like a round frame stitched, and I did not do that because I ordered a frame off of eBay. I'm trying to see if I'm in the camera or not. So I'm gonna put it like this and put the frame here. So I am planning on putting this in that frame, and this is already claimed and going to my dad's media room, which will be the perfect place because my dad's media room is like a cave. It's super dark in there because he is a gremlin, a goblin, a hermit, in the best way possible. So he says he has a space for it already. I sent him the frame and he said perfect. So it's gonna be a really cool piece when it gets all put together, whenever we are able to do all of this stuff. Another thing with this. So I have done, or we came together, Alex and I think it's 3313, I think. Alex and I decided to do a stitch along together, and so if you're stitching this or stitching any plague doctor, someone had asked me if it could be any plague doctor, and I said absolutely, duh. So put the hashtag on Instagram, plague19SAL, Sal, plague19Sal, and so that it shows up on the feed. You can either tag me, tag her, tag both of us, let us know that you're stitching it because it's so much fun to see it. Anyway, so Alex, okay, let me backtrack, Rambles. I bought this chart a while back ago. I don't know how long ago I purchased it. I could look it up, but I purchased it a while back ago. The chart that I have is in color, and I had to go through and just stitch the black. So Alex told me I have an all black chart, and I said, oh my gosh, that would make my life so much easier. Can you send it my way so then I can not have to look at 50 million symbols and just stitch black and like figure out which colors. So she had sent it my way, and as soon as I started, I noticed that it's completely recharted. So I couldn't use it. I had to continue on charting black on the color chart. It looks like, from what I'm seeing, that the recharted chart has more black to connect things. So like the brim of the hat is complete. There's also like more black here in the black only chart. All of these kind of like little, I call it a thread. This little frayed thread is eliminated, and all of this is kind of smoothed out. In the shoulders, so on, I think it was this side, yeah. On this side, there was like nothing connecting from this stitch to about over here. It was just open. So I added in just like little piecey stitches so that it gave that kind of pixelated effect. So I'm just letting you know that if you purchase it, and I mean, I haven't talked to the designer or anything, but what I'm gathering is that if you purchase the chart and you want it to look like mine, you have to use the color chart and only stitch the black symbols on the color chart. So if you purchase the chart and the symbols are just the black stitched, you're going to get a different effect. And Alex's is the different effect. So you can kind of look through and compare the two, and you'll see that there's going to be like more black on the nose, everything is smoothed over, there are no like pixelated effects. So depending, and they're both amazing, there's not one that's better than the other, they're just completely different styles. So if you wanted for me to kind of look and see if, you know, your project is going a certain way, the cool thing is that Alex is stitching one way and I'm stitching one way, and so you have two people that you can kind of reach out to see and compare which effect you're going for. So that's my finish and kind of my mini review and recap of the stitching journey there. I made so many errors, it's not even funny, but you'll never know. So that's one of those things about errors and stitching. a lot of my charts, I think the only chart or the only project that I've stitched that has 0 errors, 0, not a single one, is the Owl Forest Embroidery Whale. That one has absolutely no errors. All of my other ones have been miscounted somewhere, and then I've had to get creative and add stitching to get the same effect and not to lose it. And then at the finish, there's no way, I can't tell you where the mess up is here. I have no idea where it is. I would have to take the physical chart and go stitch by stitch to figure out which stitches are real and which ones are ones that I invented. So just, you can see that, and I don't know, this is one, it's not laziness per se, but I'm not going to frog like a whole section that took me 5 hours to stitch because I'm off by 1. You need to use your brain and kind of look at the full picture, and you can adjust and still get a perfect effect. Not a big deal. So that being said, my 2 whips right now, which I've shown over and over again, but they're my 2 current whips, are Athena, and I don't even remember, Athena Goddess of Wisdom. I don't remember where I was last time, but I know for a fact that I was kind of starting to work on the pillars because I worked on it on one of the Zoom chats, and that was just kind of a little bit mindless stitching, but you see, that's like, that's what, 20 minutes of stitching, 15, not even 10, I don't know. That little blub, that's all I think I did since the last time I showed you. Talking to that, remember how I had said that I was not happy, or not that I wasn't happy, but I was, this boxy effect of the skin, I wasn't 100% convinced about. So I reached out to Rika, who I always reach out to. That's like, I texted Rika and I'm like, hey Rika, help me. So I said, I'm having issues with the face. Like, I don't love it. And so she told me that Luda, Cross Stitch with Luda, sent her some tips on tent stitching and fixing this kind of boxy effect of faces. So I'm going to try it. It will require a little bit of frogging, which kind of scares me because frogging over 1 is really difficult. So we'll see, but essentially what she had told me, and actually now I'm going to like draw it out because Rika, you're gonna have to make sure that I'm saying this correctly. I just so happen to have grid paper. Okay, so this is what I'm understanding from this mini tutorial. So these X's up here would be like 2 over 2 stitching. So it would be 1, it looks like a giant X, but 1 X, and then this pink one would be a different color. So when you're doing the face in just normal cross stitching, it would be like this. When you do 1 over 1 stitches, they turn into 4 mini cross stitches for each 1 X. So you get like the 4 little ones and the 4 little ones. What I'm understanding that Luda taught Rika, and Rika's teaching me, because that's how we spread knowledge, is you, instead of doing 4 and 4 when you're switching colors, you carry 1 into the next one so you get like a diagonal effect and not so boxy. What I'm doing on Athena are 2 over 1 tent stitches, which would be like the half cross stitch. So they look like this. And again, same thing. So there's the 4, this is how it currently looks. Like it'll be 4 and then 4, and you get kind of a little boxy effect. So what I'm understanding is I have to carry over 1 color into the next square, and that will help a little bit. I don't know if you're able to see that pretty well, but if you notice like that boxy effect, I'm gonna have to try to frog out some of those stitches and carry this over, or carry the white, not white, but the lighter skin over to get rid of those boxy effects. So we'll see. That's one of the things. And then another tip that both of them, right? So I have to credit one Luda for teaching Rika, and I have to credit Rika for teaching me. There is a Rainbow Gallery silk conversion, more or less. So I need to kind of look at it a little bit more, but it looks like Luda took Rainbow Gallery silks, and then she kind of matched them to the typical skin colors of Mirabilia's to get a softer transition. So if you notice, like with the DMC, so this is DMC, the light, medium, dark is really different. So that creates kind of that weird, not weird effect, but just a more harsh effect. And it's not really the look that I'm going for. So I'm gonna have to kind of work with it and do a little bit more learning and figure that out. But as of right now, I'm not working on that because my goal is to get this done. This needs to come off the whip list. It's my oldest whip. It's my most annoying whip because, like I've said a million times, my husband, anytime I'm stitching on something else, he's like, where's my macaw? So macaw, you're getting done. I need to finish this half page and I need one more row of pages and I'm done. I'm hoping and I'm pushing for a finish on this in 4 weeks. If I say it on camera, maybe I'll stick to it. We'll see. But 4 weeks is my goal for that finish so I can get that done and over with. I've been doing a lot of lists and I've been doing a lot of cleaning and I've been doing a lot of organizing and figuring things out. So I currently have, oh, you're on my phone. I think I have 6 whips. I think now I have 5 because the plague doctor came off. I don't know how people juggle more than that because I start getting whip anxiety where if I start a new project, I feel guilty working on it because I have abandoned everything else that is kind of just waiting around. Nothing against people who have 50 million whips. Wow, my hat is off to you. But for me, before this whole rabbit hole of the cross-stitch community, cyber community, I was a monogamous stitcher. I only stitched on one project until it was done. So I'm kind of veering away from that. What I want to do is bring back those whips down as much as possible. So I want to get the macaw off because I want to start new things. But I want to be able to start them and not have whip anxiety and guilt for starting them. Because like I said, I don't enjoy it. Like I feel guilty. I feel like I'm cheating on my other whips. I'm working on it and I'm like, oh, I should be working on the other stuff. So then I'm stitching on this thing and I'm not enjoying it 100% because I have this guilt. Call me crazy. I know. I'm crazy. We're all crazy. You're crazy. We're all crazy. Giveaway. I will insert the video. So, giveaway winner. 1, I hit 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 people subscribe to watch me. You guys are cray. I am cray. You guys are cray. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription because at the end of the day, it gives me warms and fuzzies. Warms. Not warm and fuzzies, no. Warms. Warms. W-A-R-M-S, not worms. Warms. I'm having a lot of this like bilingual issue up here. My like computer is completely scratched. So warm and fuzzies. I'm very excited about it. I thank you all very much. A special thank you to Michelle Bendy. Michelle Bendy binge watched my videos. Thank you. And left a comment on every single one of them. We all know she's a little crazy too. She owns it. She's part of the crazy clan. Thank you again. Gaspacho has been like influencing nonstop. He's like, Michelle Bendy says, shouted me out. I'm Instagram famous. So right now he's taking his pup nap. Calls it a beauty pup nap. So he's doing that right now. I'm gonna let him do that because he's gonna be my money maker. Thank you. So back to the giveaway. Dun, 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 dun. Insert video. Enter that. Clover. 64 comments. pick a winner. Teresa McCarter. Please let me win the clover. I have a St. Patrick's Day son and I am 98% Irish. Well, the luck of the Irish prevail. Congratulations, Teresa McCarter. I will comment on your comment and then you just need to contact me so that I can get your mailing address, and there we go. Congratulations, Teresa. It's so freaking cool how it was like, oh my gosh, I'm 98% Irish and my son is born on St. Patrick's Day, and it just happens to be a clover. Luck of the Irish? That's like a thing, right? So congratulations, get in touch with me. I already commented on your comment. I don't plan on doing any other giveaways until all of this goes away, calms down, because that was just stressing me out. And so my sister in San Antonio will be doing that mailing, and that's it for that. But I do plan on doing future giveaways. I have stuff stashed away. I just need everything to calm down. My Bahamas phone. Oh, did that wake you up? Did that wake you up? You wanna say hi, everybody? Yes, I know. You're famous. You guys didn't subscribe for me. You subscribed for him. What am I even talking about? You're the star. You're the star. I'm the star. Okay, so it's my birthday month that I will be in quarantine. I think that the next date that they are hoping to stop restrictions will be April 30th, which, how lucky is that? That's like really the day after my birthday? So hopefully that's true so then I can celebrate. But birthday, self-gifts, yes, and things. I want to build my fancy floss stash because now I have an excuse. I can be like, no, there could be a pandemic. I think that's gonna be my excuse from like here on out. Whenever anything happens and I'm starting to stash, I'm like, no. Do you remember COVID? Enough said. So I want to be able to have all of my stuff all the time, my own little personal little needle workshop in a craft room or a closet, because I don't have a craft room yet. And luckily, 1884 Stitchery, who is run by McKenna, I think she's doing some spring cleaning because she has done like huge lots of fancy floss. She did Gentle Arts, and she also did a Weeks Dye Works. So I went and put them at a very reasonable price. So I purchased both of those. So that's a nice little beginning for my fancy floss stash. Then I think I remember telling you guys, I don't remember when, I think it was like in January, I think it was January for sure, that I kind of went floss crazy and like bought a bunch of floss, and it was like all of the starter sets from Classic Colorworks. So I did the classic colors, the primitive colors, and the bright colors pack. So what I did was I had to FaceTime my brother and he had to go through this. Don't judge me. It's a lot of months worth of purchases. Don't judge me. If you guys all put it on a bed and collected it for a really long time, it would also look like that. So he had to go through that and find those packages so then I could I've been listing, remember, lists, organizing. So I've been doing like an inventory of what fancy floss I currently have. I'm waiting on the 1884 Stitchery orders to be delivered, so I'll go through those. And then from there, I'm going to use my birthday money to try to almost complete, possibly complete, depending on how many I'm missing of each collection, and order them from Abby at Top Knot Stitcher. So Abby has been super helpful and she has been really, really amazing. I cannot recommend her enough. She's really good. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for that. Oh my gosh, this brought like tears in my eyes. It was so sad. So, Clay by Kim, you guys know my obsession. It's unhealthy. I Yeah, it's very unhealthy. It's an unhealthy addiction. And obsession. It's not good. So she came out with like a lilac dragon that she's been posting randomly. And about 3 nights ago, I started so Clay by Kim released like a lilac dragon that she's been posting randomly, no scheduled shop update. And I noticed like 2 or 3 days ago that she's been posting about 1 to 1:30 a.m. my time. Like it was like 2 nights. And so then what I did, and I go to bed at 10 p.m. Okay, that's like my night time. Bye-bye. But when I see a pattern, then I'm like, I really want that lilac dragon really bad. So I stayed up 2 nights ago. I stayed up till 1:30, refreshing. I know. You don't have to judge me. I know. So I'm refreshing, and nothing happened. So I go to bed, I wake up the next morning. What do? Instead of waking up and like reading the news, I wake up and open Etsy to see if she posted. So she didn't post anything that night. The one night that I'm like, I'm staying up. I'm gonna catch this dragon. So then last night, I didn't stay up as late. I think I stayed up until 11. And since I had bad luck the night before, I was like, I'm not staying up again. I am too tired. And with my luck, because this is the luck that I have, with my luck, I am going to stay up and she's not going to post anything again. With my luck, the other side of it is I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to wake up tomorrow and she's going to post something at that same time. What do you know? I wake up this morning, I check my updates, and she posted too. So that put a damper on my morning. And I was just kind of like, then I have to go to the grocery store and I have things to do around the house. I didn't even feel like doing a Flosstube. I was like, nah. Then I get a random message. And this, I'm not gonna name names, this person's like, did you stay up? And I'm like, no, I didn't stay up. And you know what? She posted 2 dragons and I'm so sad. And then I get a picture. Happy birthday is what I get with this. For me, it was like, you just gave me your firstborn. I'm like, you can't give me that. No. Like that, no. Too much of a gift for me. Like I cannot accept. And that person was like, it's really not that big of a deal. Obviously you care about them way more than I do. So it was super cute and amazing, and I cannot believe it. I've never been gifted a dragon. So it's my first gifted dragon and I'm really excited about it. I don't know when I'll see it, but I'm super excited about it. Another birthday thing. So I think I showed it in my Stitch With Me, maybe? So I have a quantum, like Omanic quantum frame. It's big. And like I do weird like balancing act things and like abdominal exercises and some like weird yoga poses and stuff to balance this thing and stitch on the back. It's like, I mean, I do like weird things. Anyway, so I need a stand. I know I need a stand, but I never realized, because those frames are so heavy, and everyone kind of talks about the Lowry stand, and then I think it's called Case Creation stand, and they're made of metal. I can't really do metal here because things rust with just like the humidity. Like if you look at the lamp, that lamp is metal, and if you look close, like it's all rusted over. So I don't want to do a metal stand. And also, I don't think, and I don't know, with the weight of the frame, I would think that the stand would just kind of like tip over, but apparently it doesn't. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really fidgety. And because I've been looking at stands, what happens, the algorithm on Instagram and Facebook and everything is just blowing up with the Dubco frame. No, the frames and the like stands and all this stuff, and they're made out of wood and they're really pretty. But I've never seen anyone use one. I've never seen anyone order one. I don't know anything about it, and it's kind of an investment. So I need to know more or less, one, if you guys have used it, and if not, those of you who do have a quantum frame, do you guys use a stand with it? And what stand do you use with the quantum frame, and how is your setup? I would love that advice. So if you could comment below if you know of anything, or like your tips or advice on a stand. I'm not in any rush to get it with the whole virus and all of the limitations. It's not a smart idea to kind of order anything that's international right now. And I'm also not using my frame right now. So, but that being said, I do want to look into investing one of those. So that may be either part of my birthday present gift, or maybe my anniversary one for next month. Let me know what you think. So I have stash, and I stash quite a bit. So I showed you guys like my kitted kits and like my partially kitted kits and what I was going to kit up and kit. But I also have patterns that are absolutely not kitted, and starting with my mirror. Of course I get a phone call. So my mirrors, my Mirabilias, I have them, and I was thinking about doing like a Mirabilia train. So let me know if you want to do that, if that's interesting, if that's not interesting. But it's something fun to watch and just to kind of like put on in the background, which is kind of what I've been doing, is I've been putting a lot of just Flosstube in the background and watching. So yeah, that's kind of my life in a nutshell and my nice little stitching update. And how do I sign off of this? Wish me luck in the grocery store, because this is going to be fun. My rule right now is I have enough food to survive. They'll shut down tonight all the way until Tuesday, and Tuesday everything opens up again. I have enough food to get me through from tonight to Tuesday with no problem. So if there's a really long line outside of the grocery store, I am not gonna stand in it. But if it's a bearable, doable line, then I'll just go through and stock up on essentials. They're like what things that are running low, and be done with it. I hope you guys have a great Easter. I need chocolate. So that is a #1 priority on my shopping list today. Chocolate. I need chocolate. So I hope you guys have a great Easter. Let me know if you guys need any cyber stitching companionship, or continue messaging me, send me pictures. I am all about that life. So please do not hesitate to reach out, because I respond to absolutely everything. You guys have fun, stay safe, stay home, wash your hands, do all the good things, and keep stitching. Okay? Bye guys.